Hey, welcome back to another Prairie Sunset Ranch farm vlog. I'm Aaron, and thank you for tuning in on this overcast and cool fall day. Now, these last few years of drought have really got me thinking, how can we trap more moisture in the ground and help it thrive? Help plants grow. What could we do to make this farm a little healthier, a little more productive, and a little more sustainable? Well, regenerative farming definitely is in our future. I'm going to tell you why. And if we have time, I also want to go get our new bully. He has to go with his girlfriends down at the home quarter. So we got to go get him on a trailer and get him to his new girlfriends to get to work. They're all done calving, so we can put him in with them now for the later calvers to stay behind the home quarter. And time pending, we got to put up a little bit of field fence. So anyways, that's enough chit chat, Aaron. Let's better, batter, and getter. Woo! It literally took a disastrous last few years for me to realize that maybe we were headed in the wrong direction with our farming practices. Now, I'm not saying it's for everyone, but for us, I really think it's in our future. Being a small cattle producer, we've always had cattle on the farm, and I think right now we're at a crisis level globally when it comes to climate. I think things have to be done a little bit differently. Us small farmers can change the way we do things to accommodate, nature and the climate globally. If enough of us small guys specialized on certain parts of ag or farming, take different steps, healthier steps, more sustainable steps for a farm, then we might be onto something long term. I believe small farms such as ours, neighbors, etc., I think we're the future of the ag industry. Large factory farms have done a lot of damage to our whole industry in terms of reputation, in terms of land condition, climate, etc. Whatever you want to say. Now, I don't agree the cattle aren't killing the earth, but maybe some unsavory practices might not be helping, for sure. Now, when it comes to farming practices, there are many different types of practices around. Now, when you talk about regenerative farming, it's not just one thing. Regenerative farming isn't just one type of farming. It can be multiple, thousands of different types of farming practices, just depending on your land base. So out here, we're going to talk about what interests me and what would benefit this farm. The two forms of regenerative farming that will impact and benefit this farm is regenerative grazing and no-till farming. I already touched base on some no-till farming, but we're going to touch base on both those two forms right here or right now. Now, regenerative farming is adding biodiversity to organic soil matter. So basically, it's going to be adding to this soil that you're looking at. You're going to be adding a bunch of good things to that soil to make it healthy naturally. Now, with the drought that hit us so hard, the land taking such a hard hit everywhere, we have fields that are fenced off that we're grazing this year. This is all a field. I thought this would be a perfect time to get into this, because this is my plan. This is going to be ground zero for our regenerative farming practices. This is going to be my first test plot. This and that pasture with our main herd. This is one of our herds, and I would say they're probably the hardest on all the land. So we're going to try to stop that, please. We're going to try to make these girls heal this land up naturally. And I just want to touch base as to how we're going to do that. Now, when you're talking about grazing animals, there's a few stages that a pasture will take, or an area that you're grazing. Now, that is, the grass will basically be grazed. It slowly grows. There's a certain point in the middle where it skyrockets, and then it kind of levels out again. Now, the problem with cattle is they will overgraze that grass, As it's just going to skyrocket up, they're going to start grazing it again, not allowing it to grow to its full potential and fill out, etc. So what we want to do is keep them from those areas that they just grazed to prevent overgrazing. That's why you want many different little areas. That's why you want to keep more of them in a smaller area, like kind of mob grazing. It allows the grass to regrow fully. So it's pretty late in the year. I unfortunately won't be able to do it here right now, but I'm going to early next year. You can bet I'm going to be doing some trials, tests on this field, guaranteed, early on. So this is the field I'm talking about being ground zero. This is going to be our first field test site. Now, this year we're going to be taking them back home soon anyways. So I don't think they're going to have time to overgraze this. So that's good. This isn't a good field part though. This is just whatever. This is where the field kind of starts up here. So as you can see, there's alfalfa, there's grasses, and they've grazed it. They've spread some manure. Now this is going to be a good test for this theory, this regenerative farming theory. Now this soil's very live underneath. There's lots of organisms under here. There are organisms that take nitrogen from the soil and allow the plants to use it as a source of feed. It allows earthworms to work their way through the ground and allow water to go deeper, allow roots of plants to go deeper, and increase the health of that plant. Now, when you go and just say use a conventional farming method like spraying it down, killing it, stripping it, and working it up, you take essentially a healthy ecosystem and you strip it and you start from scratch. So that's kind of the simple way to think of it. This is basically an ecosystem, and to keep an ecosystem healthy, you got to feed it. What do you feed it? Well, organic matter. Little do people know that they have some of the most efficient fertilizers of them all. These girls, when allowed and given the resources, they will spread organic matter, they will stamp it into the ground, and they can improve this land. My sheep can do a great job of that, and I'm going to be moving them out a little further next year in through the first pastures before the cows go into them. So we're even thinking of getting some chicken or some fowl for next year to try it out in the home quarter if we can, depending on our dogs. But let them peck at the manure and, you know, do their thing to add to the whole ecosystem of the land. Now, you might not agree with everything I am saying, but I have done quite a bit of research and I've kind of come to this conclusion, and you know, it makes sense to me. It makes sense. Rather than stripping the land, taking from the land, this is more like giving to the land, giving it an offering for allowing you to take so much from it. These girls have taken a bad rap just because of some unsavory practices over the years, and I'm telling you, it's not from us smaller producers, it's from the factory farms that give us this crazy bad name. Because I can tell you, these girls, they're pretty good for the land if given the resources they need. In the comment box below, let me know if you agree with my statements. You might not, you might, I don't know. But really, I am really excited to get this started. I am really excited to see where this no-till farming and this regenerative grazing will take us into the future. I think honestly, it will allow us to carry a few more head of cattle easily. Not that I want to expand greatly, but it'd be nice to expand a little bit if we have somewhat of a normal year or years coming up. Well, that's enough talking about that. Let's go get Bully to his new girlfriends. I'm sure they're missing him. Well, if it isn't the nerd herd. Maniacs. They're maniacs. Sheep are maniacs. They scare me. Got to get Bully into here, take him back to the home quarter. That's how you do it. Woo! One try. Great. Well, that took all of 5 minutes. That new bull of ours is quite tame. We'll see what kind of calves he throws off. He's supposed to throw off nice calves. Seems like he's a good breeder. So, well, fingers crossed. We'll find out this spring. That's for sure. Anyways, let's go drop him off with his new girlfriends. We're dropping him off actually with the other crew that all calve. They're all fully done calving. The calves are big enough now that the late calvers, so there's about, I don't know how many are in there. It's probably 10 or 11 or 12. I have to double count because I did call a bunch of them just due to the feed shortage earlier this year. So we're not gonna have as many of them, but that's okay. I don't want that many around the house anyways. It was getting a little bit too busy, so I think this is a perfect amount. So in case any of you guys were wondering how I name our bulls, I actually named it after my nephews so far. So we have Elliot. Elliot's the oldest, Isaac second oldest, and then the young guy, Guntown, good old Gunner. So all my wonderful sweet little nephews. I got your boy toy. Just a boy toy. Dee, dee. Hey, buddy. Ooh. You hear him kicking around there? I do. He wants to get out of here. I don't want to be in the way of this door too much. Hey, buddy. Come on there, bud. Here you go. There you go, big man. Here you go. We'll let him get acclimated. We're gonna get out of here. Let him talk to his ladies in privacy. Well, he'll get settled in. I want to get out of there so they're not all surrounding me. They pay attention to him. That's why I kind of rushed out of there. But he will do good there, I'm sure. There's a lot of open girls there. So you can imagine, oh, he's already going after April's big black beauty there. Look at him sniffing her out. Perfect. So I like to see. Good day. Hey burners, are you busy burning my dollar bills? Yeah, but you're looking good doing it, eh? You guys are just like April. No, if you see this, I don't mean that. Hey, handsome guy. Chevy and Dakota. Perfect. Well, we have to go and we have to put up some sheep fence. Why am I putting up field fence? Well, it's simple. We got to keep the sheep out of one side and the heifers out of the other. So unfortunately, we got to go with a roll-up field fence, followed by a row or two of broad wire at the top. We're going to probably electrify them for the spring so the cattle stay on each side. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the heifers out to one side, and then the heifers that have to give birth are going to be on the other side. So we're going to let them out onto the other side. After that, we're going to have to go and we're going to have to put all the cattle together to pasture. And then after they go out to pasture, we're going to then put the sheep into where the heifers that had their calves were. So they'll get that first big chunk of pasture. So that's kind of what the plan is. Let's go run this field fence. There's nothing worse than running field fence. I'd sooner run barbed wire all day long. Field fence is annoying. If you don't do it right and you have cattle, you're in for big problems. But when you run that hot wire along the top, that will allow them to respect that field fence. Otherwise, they will push it down. I don't care how good a field fence you put up. Always tied that roll off with that other piece. We're just unrolling it now by foot or by hand. I have an unroller for the front end I made, but this is a little stretch. we're gonna slap it on there. I got two 2x4s. I'm gonna squeeze it, tighten it, drag the or pull the slack out in it, stapled on, and go barbed wire over top. Just enough so the cows can't get their heads between and push it down. And Wynn's demonstrating how to unroll field fence. Hey Wynn? Well, that's pretty good. You're pretty good at that. Hey? Are you a little John Deere girl? Hey, Winnie Bear? Ooh. Superwoman. Look at What is that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Say hi.
Good man, look at this. He's digging up twine. Good man, Hoyt. So we are working away here. We ripped down these 3 old lines and we got the new wire stretched. So you can tell it's stretched pretty good. We attached it to the old one that was good. And then we just tore out the middle part and we're both just meeting down there. And yeah, worked out pretty good. Pretty happy with it. Hey, cameraman.
Okay, so we're just fixing up the fence. Something broke it, and my uncle is over there with the blackness. Yeah, that's him. He's pretty far when I go where Dad is, so let's get to business.
Hey, what are you doing there, Cowboy White?
Shush it! I'm making a video and you're talking it. The sheep. I think the sheep won't wreck it. It's because it just wasn't stapled last time.
Hold it there, dude.
Oh yeah.
Hold it there.
That is hammering. I have to keep holding it. Oh, throw it in.
Yeah, hold it there, dude.
Oh.
Are you working hard or hardly working? Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah? We're going every second wire. Yeah, the old fence was pretty toast. So I'm glad we got this one up. We're gonna run 2 strands or 1 strand of barbed wire. Maybe high tensile at the top that we can electrify. But for a portion of the spring, heifers will be here, sheep there. So that's why we need this. Otherwise I wouldn't be putting this up. Trust me. But I'm gonna keep on giving her here. I'll show you the finished product. Well, there you have it. We have, oh, I missed one. I gotta go get that one, but we just gotta pick up these couple broken posts. We got the fence up. It looks good. It's snug. It's to the ground. This will keep the sheep out. We'll keep the calves out. Should keep the cows over. Once we have the barbed wire running on the other side, and I'll probably put them on an insulator so I can electrify it if need be. But new fence line up, perfect. So now all we gotta do is rebuild that one. So I gotta put posts in there, maybe in a week or so. Put up a new line there. But we're getting there, slowly but surely. We're getting the area set up. I gotta put up a row of barbed wire around there. And I have my swing gate on the barn so we can boot the new calves out onto this side. And then heifers with their calves can come out here in the spring, or really early. The ones that haven't calved can stay here. And then we'll let them into here to meet up when they go to pasture. And then this will have a couple weeks to rest, maybe 3 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever. And then the sheep can come on here and they'll have a large pasture area. So right on. It's all coming together slowly but surely. We're seeing a little bit of progress on the farm. If you weren't aware, I'm not sure, but if you saw, I'll try to get some footage of it. There was 3 old fences here. There was one in that low part, 2, 3, like old ones. Like one was probably 70 years old or more. Well, much like the warm weather, I am done. This is Aaron signing off. We will catch you next weekend with an all new Prairie Sunset Ranch farm vlog. Be there or be square, my friends. See you then. Have yourself a fantastic week. Bye for now.